Hey Zach, what are you playing?
Oh, just my favorite game ever. Fire Emblem Three Houses for the Nintendo Switch.
You don't say. Well, did you hear? There's a follow-up coming out to that game.
Oh yeah, that makes me really excited.
Yeah, it's a Warriors game, believe it or not.
No! Ahoy and welcome to the first Bonfire Chat with Sir Lumber and I. How are you doing
Oh
today,
yeah.
Sir Lumber?
Oh, just great. Real pumped about that new name.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it.
the
Yeah.
the Bonfire Chat is
Yeah.
we're gonna basically a more focused, shorter conversation videos. Um, this first one might be a little bit longer because of the subject matter, but it's gonna be a little bit different than the podcast. Be a lot of different subjects, a lot longer videos. This is supposed to be more consistent, more regular, shorter
Yeah.
conversations. And
And
what better way to
inspired.
start?
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say inspired by one of our favorite series of games. So
Well, speak for
and
yourself. But
oh, well, it's one of my favorite series.
yeah.
So
Um, we
don't have
also
to
have
put enough hours into it.
a
So
special guest, ominous Waluigi, here. Just ignore him for now. He'll come up later.
yeah.
Um,
Well, maybe not.
but for this first ever episode, we're going to talk about a big thing that happened this week, and that was the February 2022 Nintendo Direct.
Yep.
Long time coming, or I guess not like super
I
long
don't.
time, but
When was the
like
last one? I don't
September.
remember.
I mean, it was
Okay,
like
well,
close
5 months.
close to half a year. I mean,
Yeah,
but I feel like it's like the expected time. I feel like it's like early year,
yeah,
E3, later year, and that's like
yeah,
the what you kind of expect. So it kind of
yeah,
feels like it's right on time.
yeah.
Didn't feel late or anything, but
Right.
I'm just going to go through all the big games announced, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff we're excited for. And they started off with something I was very excited about:
Hmm.
Fire Emblem Warriors Three
Yeah.
Hopes, which
Right.
is the most hilarious thing to name that game.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, got to keep the three,
we got
kind of marked in there,
we had a
branded
three
there.
H name. Let's keep another three H name and just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see what they do with that, like story wise, and like how are you feeling, given the big fan that you are with that for
so
that game
yeah,
in particular, but
just
Fire Emblem as a whole. Like,
yeah, a little bit
how do you
of
feel about this announcement?
just background. Like Fire Emblem's like my favorite series. Three Houses is my favorite Fire Emblem, and probably like as of right now, if you ask me today, if you ask me if you ask me right now, it's my favorite game ever. So when I
Wow.
saw, yeah, it really is. I love
Wow.
Three
I
Houses.
didn't know that. Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I was really excited when I saw Three Houses characters show up, and I was less excited, but still excited to see it was a
Yeah.
Warriors game.
Yeah.
And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Age of Calamity. It's like so like there's Hyrule Warriors and there's Breath of the Wild and there's Age of
Right.
Calamity, and then there's
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Warriors and there's Three Houses and there's
Yeah.
um,
And it's like
uh,
they realize, like, oh, these games did really well. Let's get a little bit, let's squeeze a little more juice out of this
yeah,
world.
and
So
and I never played the original Hyrule Warriors. I never played the original Fire Emblem
yeah,
Warriors, but they both were like they seemed easy. They're like junk food games. They're like just
right.
mindless games. But I did play Age of Calamity because I was interested in the story. So the junk
Yeah,
food was a little more, I was a little more excited for that junk food games. And the same thing for
right.
this game. I'm more excited for the gameplay because I like Three Houses so much. I want to see what they do. And this
Yeah.
is like basically it's like a parallel alternate
Is that
like
what it is?
well, I don't know
Okay,
if it
that's
specifically
interesting.
said it, but it's like a different outcome than the
Right,
any of the games.
right,
If you've played the Three Houses, there's new characters involved. First of all,
right.
some new antagonists, and it looks like all three of the lords are fighting on the same side. They want you to think, which is not
Yeah,
necessarily what happens. It's like the whole
right,
point of Three Houses is you pick.
right. Yeah.
Um, so I don't
Now they're
know.
all three hopes.
Now they're all three
So,
hopes. Yeah, so hopes gives a connotation. They're all going to work together, and the ultimate
yeah,
ending. Blah blah blah. We'll
yeah,
see. I'm excited for it. Comes
yeah,
out in July, I believe.
right.
So I'll definitely be playing that day one. What about you? You excited for this game at all?
Yeah, I'm not, the biggest on these Warriors games, but like you, I did play Age of Calamity, and I liked it. It got a little bit tiresome
At
towards
the
the
end,
end. I
yeah.
didn't do all the in-game stuff. I just kind of got through it, and I had a good time doing that. But once I was done, I was like, really, I was like, okay,
The story pulled
it's
you through it.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And I think I'll do the same for this because I also put a lot of time into Three Houses. More so than many of the games I've ever played. Like it's just because I went through and did all the different paths. So I am invested in the story from that aspect. So yeah, I'll be playing it. We'll see what I'm doing around that time,
Yeah.
day one, or I feel like I probably won't want to miss.
I kind of want to. I'm kind of thinking about like doing like a let's play or streaming it. It sounds kind
That
of
could be
fun.
cool. Yeah. Because it doesn't take there'll be story cutscenes stuff like that, but out the gameplay moment to moment. I mean, you're just killing
Yeah.
a bunch like hordes of enemies, so like
Yeah.
it doesn't take that much focus. So yeah,
Last thing I want to say about it. There's a kind of interesting. This game engine is from Koei Tecmo. So Koei Tecmo made Fire Emblem Warriors, and they had like this whole. That's what they made this engine for Fire Emblem Warriors, and then they.
Right.
And then they use the engine. Excuse you. Then they use the engine for Fire Emblem Three Houses, and then they're using the same engine, presumably, for Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. So they're like, it's like a complete circle. Like they got this all the same thing, which is kind of funny.
Yep.
And they wasted no time after Fire Emblem to go right into another previous Intelligent Systems franchise of Advance Wars.
Right. Well, we've known about that, but
yeah, but they showed off some new stuff. I say new stuff. They showed off new old stuff. So but they did say they did talk about the map maker. It's fully voice acted now. It looks like they're taking online somewhat seriously. With Nintendo games, you never really know what you're going to get, but they mentioned online out loud, which means they're taking it more seriously than most games.
Right, and recently, how they've got I don't know if this was it confirmed, like the stuff they were doing with like their servers and whatnot, like they're they were updating that stuff, right? So and it's continuing to be tested and in different ways. Like these different games are coming out. It's like, oh, this feels a little bit better. I wonder what's going on here.
Yeah, Monster Hunter was one of the first real big ones, and that game did feel really good online. So hopefully, games going forward will continue to feel. I say feel good. It just felt like a normal game online.
Right. It's just like consistency, really. It's just like I expect to not have the connection drop every 5 seconds. Like they just really struggled with.
Yeah.
And then they still struggle on like the just what features are incorporated online. But yeah, just having it work. Can we just play together?
Advance Wars is so interesting online because I know you played a little bit of Wargroove.
Yeah.
You can't really expect someone to sit there and you could sit there and actively play Advance Wars back and forth, but when you're
still waiting on me to make a move to you in Wargroove.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When you're playing
like 2 years.
When you're playing against the computer, they make their move instantly, and you can keep playing. But if I'm playing you, I send you a move, and well, I hope he responds in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's like Words with Friends.
Exactly. Yeah. It's your turn.
With friends.
So I don't know. I like the idea on paper of playing a game like this multiplayer, either co-op or competitive. I just don't know in practice how good it would feel unless both people are laser focused.
Yeah, which it's not unreasonable to expect. Yeah, if you're playing with friends, it's not unreasonable to expect that you guys will respond back and forth. But if it's just a random person, that's
I'm assuming there's a time limit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe there wasn't in Wargroove, or it's expired by now.
Yeah.
So, you've won.
I will say though, the game, the animations look very nice. It's very bright, very colorful. It's two games. Kind of like toy soldiers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are two highly regarded games that a lot of people, including myself, haven't played. I've seen multiplayer Advance Wars. I've never played the campaign of Advance Wars.
Yeah,
and I've played Wargroove.
I haven't played any of them.
So I kind of get that. I kind of get it, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
That comes out.
Yeah, me too.
April 8th, which got leaked, and now it's officially confirmed.
Right.
Nintendo accidentally made it public that it was April 8th, on the eShop, and took it down real quick.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Silly Nintendo.
Next game, No Man's Sky for the Switch.
Oh,
which
yeah. That was cool.
It's cool, but I was expecting them to be cloud version, but it's evidently just No Man's Sky.
Yeah, if I'm going to play that game, which, I feel like if I was going to, I would have jumped in when it was oh my gosh, it's so much better now. And I still haven't. Yeah. But it's going to be on my PlayStation. I'm not going to play it on Switch.
Cool that it's there for people, but you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you.
It's like The Witcher. When they put that on the Switch, it's okay, I'd already played it. Multiple times at that point on different platform. But why would anyone go to
Unless
that?
You literally just have...
you only have a Switch. Yeah, I guess that's cool. But yeah, I'm not playing that there.
Next game, one I was actually really excited about, a follow-up to a somewhat dormant franchise, Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They're continuing the Mario like sports thing that they've been going on for.
That's why I'm
years.
like both excited about this game and like worried because I liked Mario Tennis. I really liked Mario Golf, but both of those games were like it felt it felt just like a template. Like they had like a foundation, and they're like, all right, that's good enough. Like they didn't like go that extra mile.
Yeah, that's the issue is that they launched with just like the gameplay, the mechanics feel good. It felt really good to play Mario Golf. They're just like, okay, there's like 5 courses.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, there's not that many modes.
And the campaign is like very like both Mario Tennis and Mario Golf. The campaigns are very strange, very basic. Like
right.
Mario Strikers is a lot of fun. I really like the GameCube version. I love seeing Waluigi do the crotch chop when he scores his goals.
Really, just embarrassed them.
Nothing there. That's all. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting because Strikers was born out of like when Nintendo was like caught up in being edgy, like early 2000s, like when everyone was trying to be edgy. And then like they like 180, they're like no more edgy, everything's clean.
No more edginess, back to basics.
New Super Mario Bros. It's gonna be super boring. Everything looks like this. Happy fun time family games. And now they're like, okay, they can be edgy again.
Well, they're going back and forth.
They've got like they're letting anything on the eShop nowadays. They don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's a scary place sometimes when you go scrolling down.
Go to the new releases and just hit down and see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited for the game. There's like a whole online like what do you call it like league mode? Yeah. And does that mean like soccer, do you play like your friends and like you like
I think you can.
Within...
Yeah, you can also join with like other random people in a league, I think, if you're able to. But yeah, the idea I think that they presented was that you and a bunch of friends and family members.
Yeah. So I also don't really understand, soccer leagues, but like, would that mean like if you, me, and 4 other friends were in a league, like, and we played against each other, like one of us would rank up in our league against our friends?
I think so.
Like he's the top of our league kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's how they.
Interesting idea. One thing that was weird, that's not in the other Strikers games, I'm pretty sure I saw like Red Mario and Yellow Mario.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Like both teams had like a Mario, or like in the other games, like you pick a captain, captain, and like that's excluded from the other team. And this one, it was like it looked like I'm pretty sure that both teams could have the characters on there. I might have to rewatch that, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. On to another.
His other brother that we didn't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's another single player and multiplayer Nintendo franchise, Splatoon 3. They came in on a damn kind of attack helicopter. It's so funny. It's post-apocalyptic thing they have going on with this.
That like video, that trailer for that like the salmon run thing. It was weird. I felt like I was like partially on drugs watching. It's like really weird. Yeah, it was like they took a song that was like
every time Splatoon showed though.
It's like they took a normal like peppy song, but then they played it back. Yeah, like that's how I felt. I was like really disoriented.
Yeah,
a strange time.
I've heard good things about Splatoon, but I feel like every time I see it, I'm freaking out. Like I'm terrified.
Speaking of edgy, like that's their edgy series right there.
And was this like a horde mode? I don't know what Salmon Run is. It's almost like it was like zombies.
Yeah, it's probably it's co-op also.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Could you explain in more detail what it is? Okay, no, he doesn't want to say anything.
No, he's shy. Give him time. I think it's a co-op like focused thing, and they made it sound like, and I probably sound really dumb because I haven't played any of the Splatoon games, but I'm pretty sure it's present in at least Splatoon 2, maybe even the first one as well. I don't know why they chose to highlight that here. Like, it's coming back.
Well, they're just showing that it exists, and like I'm guessing there's like the single player, there's like the regular traditional multiplayer, then there's Salmon Run, I guess. Was my understanding.
I think that's yep.
And do they commit to a date for Splatoon, or is it just like summer?
Shoot, I can't remember. I think it is just summer 2022 still. And we'll see how that goes. It's always it's not always, but given the times we're in, that could easily slip to fall 2022. You never know. But
I don't know. Like I feel like I'd like Splatoon. I've just never dove into it.
Yep.
Next, we had Front Mission. It's the letters say Front Mission First Remake, but they called it Front Mission 1. And like like threw me for.
Yeah, I never heard of this before, so I can't make sense of it.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
my little research, it is a Super Famicom, Japan only, SquareSoft tactical strategy game with like mechs.
Yeah, right. Seems cool enough.
Seems down my alley. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'll get to it because there's plenty of tactical strategy games coming out this year
That
I already have committed to. And then they're like, oh, also the second one's coming later.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
oh,
it's like don't forget about that one.
Don't forget about that one. Don't forget
Okay, I didn't know about it. But...
Don't forget it. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Next was Disney Speedstorm, which was
Just
like,
move on.
hey, this is what if we got a mobile free to play?
Yeah.
What if
It's
we
mobile?
made? Well, I'm just like joking. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like a
Yeah.
mobile free to play kart racer, and then they're
I
like,
mean, at best, I was like, okay, this looks like a very bad Mario Kart knockoff, and then they said free to play.
yeah. That's what did it for me. I was giving it like the time it is. Like, okay,
A little bit.
I'll drift. I'll drift around as Mickey a little bit. You know,
Why not?
Why not? You know, I'll partake. And they're like free to play. Like, nope. Okay.
Nope. Yeah. Moving on.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, which is a Jedi, Xbox 360 era Star Wars game.
Yes. I think I played it on something. Maybe it was the Wii, because I know it was on the Wii.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I played it. I don't think I ever finished it, but it's well regarded. It's random.
Yeah.
They're
coming back with a bunch of these old Star Wars games like KOTOR and what is that one? There's like a third-person shooter one.
Like Jedi Academy thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of old Star Wars games they're just digging up out of the closet. Yeah. This looks like
looks interesting. I mean, like it's interesting to me that it's there. And it's tempting. I don't know when it's coming out, but I mean, if I have the time, maybe I'll jump into it. Who knows?
This looks like the upgraded version of the Wii version you said, because it's like, motion controls are available. So I would assume that's
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of old games coming back, Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection.
Yeah, we've known about that.
Yeah, we've known about that. That was more just like a reminder.
Right. Which
Ubisoft came in with their wheelbarrow of cash and said, "Here you go, commercial."
Here you go. Commercial, please.
Funny enough, of the 3 games here, I've played Revelations and Brotherhood, but I've not played 2.
I mean, you played the better ones. Well, I don't know. People will probably argue about Revelations or 2, but Brotherhood people think is probably the best of the 3, and I
did enjoy Brotherhood.
I would have to agree.
Yeah, I like Brotherhood a lot.
They're all good though. All really good games. You look genuinely scared.
Yeah, that one got me. That one got me.
It's right behind you. I just kind of hear it just startle me.
Next, we got SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I don't know much about Gundam, but those fellas were like little chibi Gundams, and I'm sure that there's some market that's like, so there's like the Gundam people, there's the chibi people, and there's like these 3 people.
Yeah,
like I would
love a Venn diagram, right?
Yeah, it's a Venn diagram, and it would cost
right
like 3 people. Like yes.
Which happen to be the same people who actually made it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3 people being excited, here's the Chrono Cross remake.
Wasn't this heavily rumored?
Yeah, it was heavily. Yeah, it was like.
But it's not remake, isn't it? A remaster.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. People, the leak was it was like a remake, which maybe that still exists in some world, but this is definitely just like a remaster. It reminded me of like, so it still looks like a PS1 SquareSoft game because it's a PS1 SquareSoft game. Yeah. It looks a lot like Final Fantasy VIII Remastered did. It's just like a cleaner version of it. I played Final Fantasy VIII in the Switch, and it's kind of what it looked like. It sort of reminded me of.
Yeah.
The interesting about this is they have the Radical Dreamers, I guess you call it a game attached to it. It's like a text-based story thing.
I see. You know more than I do.
Well, yeah, I looked into it a little bit. Basically, it's a text story connecting Chrono Trigger to Chrono Cross, is what I understand.
Interesting. Well, I haven't played either of them. So.
I have not played either of them, and even weirder is, you know what the Satellaview is?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like it was a Japan only Super Nintendo era like satellite.
Right.
You download specific games. And this was from that, which is like the most random thing in the world. Man. Yeah, I don't know, man.
The deepest cut.
It's there. I would love for them to put Satella games on a Switch Online. I'd probably play a couple. I think there's like some Zelda games, and like there's like a Fire Emblem game. Like there's a bunch of weird crap.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's funny how like Nintendo used to be like, oh, let's do some really let's really push the technology, and then
Yeah, right. And then let's just totally recede and just not keep up with anything.
Yeah. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I was already like, I was pretty interested in this game. I was probably going to get it and play it. But now we got Kirby. The big old.
Oh, right.
If Kirby were to eat a car, we eat like this or like this. like that's what it looked like. And then they're showing all these different like Kirby's, like the vending machine where it's like spitting the cans. And then they had scissor lift Kirby, scissor lift Kirby. You got to have scissor lift.
We're getting weird, guys.
You got to have scissor lift Kirby. Yeah, I know.
It's getting more frequent. He's getting angry.
He's getting angry. They didn't like that one. What do you think about Kirby and the Forgotten Land?
I mean, this one, since it got announced, again, it's a Nintendo 3D platformer.
It looks like Baby's first platformer, though.
Yeah, which I've never been super interested in Kirby. Nothing against it. It's just it's always Baby's first Mario, right? Like, probably just a saying, but that's what turns me off of it. So I am already telling you, I'm not going to get. If it starts like blowing doors down, it's incredible. Like, okay, well then But,
they've got Dark Souls like bosses, which is kind of fun. They didn't show that in this trailer, but they showed it in the last one, which is hilarious.
I think I remember that.
The damn tree from it's like Wispy Woods, whatever it is. Like a health bar. It's like, damn, it's like playing.
I just need to hear Gourmet Race while that's
that's what I'm mainly excited for.
Yeah.
They show the ability to upgrade powers, which is a new thing. Like, you don't just get fire, but you get like volcano fire.
Of course.
You can you can upgrade Waddle Dee Town, which is hilarious. Okay. It's like your hub,
Hub world.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next thing, more platformers. We got Klonoa 1 and 2. I don't know much about Klonoa. I've heard the names Klonoa. I recognize the little animal thing. I didn't necessarily know that was Klonoa.
Okay, I will say that the mascot, it looked familiar, but
what? All I gotta say is good for Klonoa fans.
Sure. Yeah.
Another collection that I was kind of interested in, the Portal Companion Collection.
Yeah. I had Portal 2 for PS3. I never finished it back in the day, but it's a good game.
I've always wanted to play Portal, but I think that there was a time in the last 5 years where I probably would have bought this day one because I really want to play it. But I think right now I was just kind of those things if I ever get to it, I'll get to it. But I've kind of my interest has past it.
Waned. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure I would like it. They look really cool. The portal gun mechanic is pretty unique. I don't know why this wasn't on the Switch 5 years ago.
Yeah, because I mean, how long ago did it release?
It seems like a
really old
why? It's like they took him 5 years. But
well, the thing is, we can ask that about several games that were announced in this direct. So it's kind of they had a theme here.
Here's one I am very excited about. I'm gonna say it the way I think I remember them saying it. Alive? Yeah, no, it's not.
He said that's yes.
Okay, so that was yes. That was affirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that was affirmation. Yeah.
Live Alive.
That is how I remember. Yeah, them saying it was live.
It's another HD 2D game.
Yep.
So we've got
get excited whenever they say that.
Dragon Quest 3 Remake.
Yeah.
Triangle Strategy, and now Live Alive.
Yeah.
And this one's
interesting. Had you heard of this?
I had not heard of this. Okay. This was another Japanese-only Square-soft game.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about this is each time period, so it has like the 7 different time periods with like different characters and different stories.
Yeah.
Each time period is its own like focused RPG with different mechanics, which sounds really cool.
I don't think did they say that?
They didn't say that. That's something I found out in more research.
Because that's pretty awesome, actually. Yeah. Like that's like 7 games in one.
It's literally just like 7 small RPGs, and then apparently there's some overarching themes that I'm sure that. The end, everyone gets together to kill evil demon guy.
Which I would say it's crazy that I never heard of this, but I mean, there's probably a ton of Japanese games that I never heard of, so that's really cool.
So I was on Twitter scrolling through, and Per Schneider, who is a founder of IGN, was talking about this game, and someone asked him literally, "Why have I never heard of this?" And basically his explanation was it came out at the wrong time, on like the end of. I guess it basically was like just bad luck.
Yeah.
But apparently it's a pretty well-regarded game, and I'm gonna excited.
That's awesome. Then I'm glad that more people are going to get experience to it. Namely me.
Nintendo, mainly me. I think Nintendo's publishing it, so it's like they're taking it seriously. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, and it's not just a port. It's like they actually HD 2Dified it.
There's a possibility we get 3 of those games this year with a Triangle Strategy, Live Alive, and then if Dragon Quest III Remake comes out, that's 3 like good Square Enix, presumably good Square Enix RPGs.
Yep.
So yeah, here's another callback. Nintendo Switch Sports, which it bothers me the slightest amount that Wii Sports was called Wii Sports, not Nintendo Wii Sports. Now this is Nintendo Switch Sports.
Why didn't they just call it Switch Sports? Yeah, whatever.
I know what they're trying to do here. They're trying to catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
The reason Wii Sports was such a big thing, like it was a good. It came with the console for free. It was Wii Sports was great, but you know what? If Wii Sports was full price and it came out several years after the console came out, it would not be a thing. People
would trying to take advantage of people's nostalgia, which it's not really going to work for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the thing is, they were like, Wii Sports, Nintendo Switch, it's got 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games.
Would you like to 6? Was it
bowl?
It 6?
Like, I think we're all past this part of gaming. Like I said, if this came out for free with the Switch, I'd been like, sweet.
I probably would have played with friends, with family. It would have been fun.
Yeah. Now they're like, would you like to do this for $60?
No.
Like 5 years later, like I'm sure if someone handed me Nintendo Switch Sports and was like, play bowling, I'd be like,
I would have fun.
I would have fun.
Yeah.
Hey, strap this thing on your leg and kick. Oh, you know what? No. I will. But not gonna.
Since you're giving it to me.
Since you're giving it to me, but I don't know if I want to. And then, but then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna add golfing in a post-launch update." Like, okay.
You can't just put that in there. Like
you should.
Like one of the things in Wii Sports had golf. Like,
you're not just gonna put that it was a strange announcement for me. Then it was like every direct they had that one game they spend like a weird amount of time on.
Yeah, they had to like both play volleyball.
They had like Koizumi and I forget the other one's name. They're like playing volleyball and they're like standing there like this and those are always so awkward because like you know they're not in the same room. Like they're like on a green screen and they're like.
I feel like I can't even confirm that they're actually talking to each other.
It's very awkward.
It's very awkward. Yeah.
It's so funny, but I mean, I'm sure these are going to be just fine.
Yeah, and the thing is, if the stars align and there's some reason that I want to get that, maybe family wants to play it or something, like okay, maybe I'll pick it. But I'm not right now. It's not a day one purchase.
I'm not picking it up for 60 day one. Be like I'm gonna get all the bowling high scores.
Yeah, right.
But speaking of games I do want to play day one, Triangle Strategy was shown.
Yep.
Like this is like the phase where they were just like talking about stuff that's either like a well known quantity, you know.
Right.
So they gave like
and here's like super demo, for you.
So this is another thing Square Enix has been doing with a lot of their games. This Triangle Strategy is going to come with a free demo, let you play the beginning of the game, and transfer the saves with the thing.
Yep, they've done that with a lot of their recent games.
I'm pretty sure Octopath did it. I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest XI on Switch did it.
Yep.
I think Bravely Default did it.
I'm pretty sure it did, or some version of it, for sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. The only thing about this game is, like, I want to play it right now. I have it downloaded. I can play it right now. But if I play the first 3 chapters and then I presumably stop and then Elden Ring comes out and then I don't start this game until after I finish Elden Ring, so it's
probably best just to not do the.
Otherwise, I'm going to play the first 3 chapters and wait like a month and then play.
Yeah. Probably not best.
But I'm very excited for this game. I've talked about it several times and I'm going to play the hell out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to play it a lot too. I'm still not sure when I'm going to get it, but when I do, it'll be like with the intention of. Like, but it'll have its time and place for me. Yeah, it looks really fun.
It looks like it's another tactics game. I played the demo. It has it reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem, which is really cool. But it's like a cool art style.
Yeah.
So and there's like the in between battles you get to make like story decisions that supposedly change the outcome in maps you play, which is a cool idea.
Yep. Square Enix, man, they're cranking them out.
They're cranking them out.
The goods and the bads, because they got Chocobo GP.
Oh yeah, and then like Balan Wonderworld and stuff.
Yeah, and then Final Fantasy 16 hanging
Yeah.
off in the distance. Like, all right,
Such a strange. They're like a feast or famine company for sure.
yeah,
Avengers and then Final Fantasy 14.
right,
Like
right.
like I don't know, man.
It's crazy. I mean, they're turning into one of those super companies, like a
Yeah.
Ubisoft, like just with all these properties that they've made. So
Yep.
yeah,
Metroid Dread is getting new difficulty modes. Crazy psychopath mode and rookie mode, which probably should have been in the game to
Big
start
mode.
with. Like,
yeah,
because
sure.
I think the low end of that game was probably a little harder. Like I don't want to say like games need to be like games can be hard. That's fine.
Accessibility is always a good thing.
Yeah,
It's always
exactly.
welcome. I'm not going to criticize like FromSoft for
Yeah.
not making their games easier because again, you have a creative direction you want to go, and I feel like that making the game easier just kind of like lessens the experience. Then don't do it. It's your game. Like don't. But yeah, it's always a good thing is the accessibility.
Yeah, exactly. Like games are allowed to be hard. I just feel like
Absolutely.
in a game like in FromSoft, the way that like a Souls game works, the mechanics are difficult, and I feel like in a game like Metroid, they could always just make the enemies do less damage. And,
Right.
Like
it's a very like structured platformer that's easy to adjust in.
Like these linear adjustments of damage and stuff, which I feel like the rookie mode would probably do that. I think it's good for the rookie mode and crazy
that
cycle.
could get some more kids into it that are it's past before their time for the Metroid game, but they can get into this one and then have that good experience and be crushed by the difficulty because those games can be pretty challenging. So yeah.
And then the dread mode's a one-shot kill mode, which is
get that away from me.
Yeah, I don't
keep
want
that as far away from me as possible. I want nothing to do with that.
I don't know. Like if I had to play that game like in one sitting, you have to beat Metroid Dread without getting hit. I don't know if I'd ever get up. I don't know if I'd ever get up.
Yeah, you just die in your chair.
I just died in my chair, in one hit.
Yeah.
And also there's a boss rush mode coming, which is just like boss was fun. I like the bosses. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do it, but I like the bosses.
No, I mean that's always a cool thing that they add. There have been several games where they've done that, and that is not what that game.
Yeah.
I did it once, especially if it's a difficult game like Sekiro. They did that like a very late, like a year at least or more after the game came out. They did like a boss rush mode, a couple other things, and like it's like that's great, but I don't know if I want to like force myself to get like just beaten over the head.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to play the most
over
traumatizing part of a game?
Yeah, exactly.
The whole time? No,
Sure?
I don't.
No, you don't?
I don't.
Yeah. All right.
Can I play the part where my level goes up constantly? Because that makes you feel good.
Because I like number go big. Yes.
Yeah, number go big. But yeah, I mean, what? It's a free update. Awesome.
Yeah. You can't ever criticize those because especially when the game itself didn't need it came.
Yeah,
the way
a complete package.
Complete package, and then if you add a couple things, I'm not going to question. Oh, why was this or that not at the launch?
Why couldn't I play on one hit kill mode at the start?
Right. Yeah. Why are you underestimating my skills?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Next games, they finally have dusted off the old Nintendo Online app and the Super Nintendo Online app, and they're like, "Hey, here's Earthbound." For some reason,
that also got leaked.
We decided that now is a good
It didn't get leaked, right?
It was the I don't know the exact the creator of Earthbound made these games for the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I don't know how he's involved as
involved.
Yeah, exactly. From like a business standpoint with Nintendo, I don't know what the relationship is. But he just tweeted out hey, everybody watch the Direct today. And then he made a special video thanking he was all excited it was coming to the Switch.
Really?
I was like, why was this not I don't understand what was holding this up, but
why is it he was fighting tooth and nail just to get his on service when I don't know. I was anticipating when you told me that he tweeted that before the Direct happened. I thought there was a slight chance for a remake.
I think an Earthbound remake in Link's Awakening art style would probably do pretty well.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care who criticizes me for it. Those games are just terribly ugly. They are just hideous, man.
Well,
They're
it's
hideous.
funny you mention that because Toby Fox, the guy who made Undertale, he took a big inspiration from Earthbound. That's what Undertale's inspired from.
Yeah,
and
the thing is, there's
games,
charming pixel art and stuff, and then there's that. It's I can't.
They're very
abrasive how ugly it is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not playing the game because I think it looks pretty. Like I just.
Yeah. And
But
then there's that like whatever that
the claymation thing. Like,
of Ness. He's like,
no, that's not Ness. That's Nintendo.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know,
Of
man.
Nintendo.
I'm not a big Earthbound Mother guy.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games that I'm kind of been on like a retro kick of like trying to experience things I missed as a growing up. I never got
Yeah.
like I just got Golden Sun here to play Golden Sun. I want to play some of these older games, especially Nintendo games I never played. So I'm gonna play Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings at some point. I don't know when. I've several people unprompted on Twitter said to play Earthbound, which is the SNES one, then play Earthbound Beginnings, which is the Nintendo one, because it will make the experience better. I don't know why. I saw this. It wasn't one
I thought
person.
that was the order to play them in. They put them like Earthbound on the left and
then Earthbound Beginnings
on the right.
But Earthbound's an SNES game, and then one's an NES game. I think Earthbound Beginnings is Mother 1.
Right.
And it was a game that like it's an older, more poorly aged game, and then Earthbound, which is Mother 2, is like it holds up better, I guess. That's what people want you to play that one first. But like several people, not in the same conversation, said that on Twitter. Play this one first and the other one.
Play
like,
Earthbound first.
It feels unintuitive to me to do it like that, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Next game. This was hilarious, I think. It's like everyone's been talking about this game because it's like constantly it's just always there. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It will never die. People were like, maybe it will die. It never dies.
Nope.
It's always there. It's the bundle game on Black Friday every year. It's the best selling game for Nintendo pretty much every year, other than like the new Pokemon
Where is
game.
the incentive for anything to change?
And then they're like, hey, y'all like Mario Kart 8. We know you like Mario Kart 8. Yeah. We're gonna sell you DLC 5 years after the game came out.
You know, it is odd. It sounds funny when you put it like that. However, typically for something like this, I think the value is not there. I think the value is there for this.
Yeah.
48 courses.
Do you know how many courses are in the base game?
Nuts.
48.
Is it 48? I was gonna say 32. Okay, 48. Wow. So they're doubling the size of the game.
I'm pretty sure. It's 6 cups.
Is it 10? I don't remember how many cups.
There's 6 on top, 6 on bottom, 4 each.
Yeah,
so 48. Yes, they're doubling the courses.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. Are these all like from past games? Like they're no new.
They are. Okay. They are all from past games, which is like I know, but here's a positive side for that.
I'm okay with that. Like,
I'm okay with that, first of all.
Yeah.
But if you're not okay with that, in the first 8 they have announced what the first wave will be. They've announced all 8 of them.
Yeah.
3 of them are from Mario Kart Tour, which I have never played.
Yeah. New content.
Exactly. So
yes.
Let's say they keep that same ratio, 3 of 8, or even 2 of 8. A quarter of them are new. Yeah. The rest are remastered levels.
And the thing is, it's all good for me, man, because I have not.
Yeah.
It's like and so these are also being brought up to the Mario Kart 8 standard. So it's like $25, and I'm probably gonna play all of them. I'm gonna want to get win all the Grand Prix and everything stuff. I think it's pretty.
And
cool.
They're coming out in a nice way too. They're not throwing them all at you at once. They're going to in waves from
until
March 2022 to the end of 2023. Which
like
means,
Smash, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get to that in a second.
Again, that is like I still just think the value is there.
Yeah, for sure.
$25 for doubling the size of the game from a course perspective.
And I want to play each wave as it comes out. I'll play the levels. I'll get all the cups, and I'll be like, okay, I'm done with Mario Kart for a month or two, and then it comes back.
Right.
And
it's pretty cool, man.
And I really feel like they're trying to capitalize, like recapture that like speculation internet monster from Smash Bros. What Mario Kart levels are they gonna do?
Right.
But I don't think that's gonna even if they decide to add characters, which they didn't say they were going to. I feel like they should add like one character with each.
And some carts and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should do that. They didn't say, but it kind of makes sense.
The more that they add with this, I mean, you're pushing out years on Mario Kart 9. Like, why would they release it anytime on the next iteration of this
So
franchise?
let's get into that a little bit. They said this game is going to come out from March 2022 to the end of 2023. Right. So at the very least, Mario Kart 9 is at least 2024.
That's what it seems like, yeah. They release waves for Mario Kart 8, and then in fall 2023 they have Mario Kart 9.
The way I took that statement was they told me the Switch itself is going to go to the end of 2023, and then 2024 is like the next thing. Right. So you're gonna play Mario Kart 8 from the beginning all the way to the end. We're gonna sell 60 million copies of it, and then in 2024 we're gonna have Mario Kart 9. And it's going to be either, it's going to come out
on the Mega Switch.
The Mega Switch, whatever. And then you're going to buy that and buy 100 million of those.
I hadn't thought of it quite like that. I think that's a good point because it lines up in different ways too. Because that would make sense for the end of the life.
Yep.
Anyways, they're
going to write it out. Exactly, he agrees.
Agrees.
When they said end of 2023, what I heard was you're not getting a new Mario Kart, you're not getting a new Switch till at least then. Because they're not going to put out a new Switch in the middle of 2023
while they're trying to release content for their most successful game.
Yeah, and they're also not going to release a sequel to their most successful game.
Yeah.
No.
Thinking of it like that, it makes my purchase of LED feel a little bit better because it's like I was always thinking and the next year they release some Super Mega Switch.
Hey, they're still good, man. So I bet you they do. They're going to do an OLED Switch Lite. I bet next.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not going to buy that. But
I bet you they do that next.
Yeah, that would be cool for people who want it. Yeah.
I also think, just little semantics here. I think Mario Kart Tour is Mario Kart 9. They showed a graphic of all the Mario Kart games. They showed all the Mario Kart games in the thing, and they showed 8 games plus Mario Kart 8, so it's 9 games. Yeah. I think Mario Kart. They're going to be like Mario Kart 10. It's like Nintendo Kart, and it's going to be like Smash Bros.
Man, this is a hot here.
Yeah, hey, that's what they're going to start the next Switch with. They're saying Mario Kart, Captain Falcon's there. We got freaking Kirby.
Cloud.
And they're going to say, and you're going to buy it for 10 years, and you're going to buy all the DLC. You're going to talk about it. It's going to be Smash Bros. I don't care.
Throw Patrick in there. Throw Patrick in there. Just bring him in.
Jon Snow. No.
We can do it. We have the money. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Keep buying it. Just, so yeah, I think that was a little bit of a tangent, but that's what Mario Kart's an animal.
I think that sometimes your predictions they get me. I don't know. Something I don't agree with. That thread.
You saw the thread there.
Yeah.
One more thing, we didn't explicitly mention it. This comes with the it's $25 where it comes with the expansion pack for free.
Right.
Which I said, for me that's like easy money. I already have it, but I think this will push some people over the edge.
Yeah.
To
go buy
to do it. Their most popular 2 games have significant DLCs for free if you buy it.
I guess my only concern there is so the main draw from me personally to the N64 is Ocarina of Time and which is coming, right? For me personally, there's not a whole lot out there.
Yeah.
In that expansion. So it's like, okay, I go and I play those 2 games. Okay, I don't really care about the Mario Kart DLC. I kind of want that to always be mine. And what if at some point I don't feel the value of mine is worth it for me, and I just then I'd spend another get the DLC back. But I don't know. It's and then still get the Nintendo 64 online when there's more of it. I have more time.
Yeah.
To play it, but it's an odd place.
Yeah, they're doing what they want. They're making you choose, and they're dangling the carrot a little bit closer.
Because getting people into that recurring subscription thing, man, that is.
Hey, Breath of the Wild 2 when it comes out, if there's DLC like Breath of the Wild 1, maybe they're like
live service game.
Maybe the 2 Breath of the Wild expansions are in the expansion pack. Do you want the expansion pack now? And then you're like, okay.
You want to do it?
You want to do it?
Do it, right?
Just give me your money.
You like Krabby Patties, don't
you? You like spending money on Nintendo, don't you, everybody?
Don't you, everybody in the world?
Yeah. Last game. I'll let you take the last game because I think I'm also a fan, but you are more so of a fan.
Oh wow, I
Yeah,
feel so honored.
you feel so
Well,
honored.
it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3
Yeah,
finally,
there you
heavily
go.
rumored.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like more of the same world-ish, big swords and big robots and titans and
I'm down.
you
Big
know
swords and big robots.
and stories that don't really make sense until you've really thought exactly until
Exactly.
you really, really thought about them. Like it's going to be great though. I think that what I'm hoping is just continue to build on. The gameplay, good ways, always good, fresh, and then
Yeah.
also like making things a little bit less cumbersome when it comes to like just traveling around the world and like menu navigation and stuff like that. I hope they've heard or taken feedback in some way to like fix things like that make it feel like a little bit just more of a modern game.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there's no like weird resolution issues.
Yeah.
We're still a good ways off to start talking about that, but yeah, I'm excited. I know about
September 2022. Yeah.
yeah, September 2022, which could be a perfect time for it to come out. A terrible time.
Who knows? It's not September.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll see. I think it's going to have to be high on my priority list for sure. This is going to push me to make sure I get done with the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC at some point.
Yep.
I have not gone back to play that, but I'm a big fan of the franchise now. When I first saw this announcement trailer, I didn't know. It looked like Xenoblade. I was like, pretty sure that's what it. For a second, I was like, is this Xenoblade X?
Yep.
Like, I wasn't sure because I don't know a whole lot about. I still would like to see that as
Yep.
like to the Switch because I missed it half a week. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Maybe they'll port Chronicles X at some point. Who knows? I mean, maybe I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of this series now. So.
I was also. I would call myself a big fan. Going to be more of a big fan.
Yeah.
I really liked.
You're getting there.
I really liked the first game. It was like one of my favorite games I played last year.
Yeah.
I started the second game and I was enjoying it, but then Pokemon Legends came out and it's like, no, you play me now.
Yeah.
And
then,
I'll be honest. As much as I
Yeah.
enjoy both those games, Pokemon Legends is much easier to play for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
For
Xenoblade
sure.
2, like I had to like. If I came home from work and like I did some stuff and it was like 8:30, it's like I can't play Xenoblade tonight.
No, because in Pokemon you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Catch a few Pokemon,
Yeah.
and that's it. You feel
You
good.
can play that game for 20 minutes and it's like I loved that. But Xenoblade, it's like I feel like I had to sit down for like at least an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still at the end of the day, it's a like more of a traditional JRPG in that sense. It's got the MMO aspects, but grindy. It's real in depth with like the mechanic.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher to play for a short period of time, but
Yeah.
really good games, very interesting lore. I like it a lot, and I'm interested to see what they do to change up like the gameplay from 2 to 3 if they because you have
I think you're gonna get the Switch Sports leg strap and you're gonna kick.
I hope
you're
so.
gonna kick.
Yeah, the timed kicks and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
timed kicks.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I trust them to let them do. Yeah, I'm forward to it. It's been rumored for a long time, and I guess it'll be 5 years since
Yeah,
the
it
second.
was what?
It was 2017.
2017 or 2018 for sure. It was definitely
It was 2017.
2017.
That was a big year. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like December, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was that what it was? It was like okay, so it was like yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's good stuff. They did say they emphasized like this game's gonna bring together story elements of the first two games, which play the games, but the games are connected in some way.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So good stuff. That's the last thing on the direct. I think they announced this is like their like first half of 2022 thing, which is just insanity. I don't even know what to like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was good. It was like split down the middle between like old stuff that old stuff that they're like porting almost or like kind of remastering a little bit, and then the other half was like either things we knew about and then a couple new things. Like they kind of split it like old and new, so it's kind of interesting.
They had there was a lot like there wasn't like I'm sure Xenoblade will be that big awesome crazy game I'm super excited about, but it didn't have like the Breath of the Wild or like the Metroid Prime 4.
No, it didn't.
It was just a lot of
need it.
it was just a lot of very good announcements and like
Right.
updates. Like
Right.
there was nothing like there was maybe one or two like really big heavy hitters, but just like every game.
Yeah.
Like think just the first party games on here, like Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, Mario Strikers, Splatoon 3. Then we got Kirby, Nintendo Switch Sports. They're publishing Triangle Strategy. They're publishing Live a Live, Metroid Dread Update, Earthbound, Mario Kart 8, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yep.
That's like it's
the
insane.
third-party presence was less than what it normally is in these recent directs, which is good. So
It was insane how much first-party stuff, and other than Xenoblade 3 and a lot of the Mario Kart, all that stuff is like first half of the year.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Lots. June, July is pretty big. Now.
Yeah.
And then you get into September, and we still don't know what else is coming.
Yeah. They're making my wallet hurt, and they're making my time go to zero.
Yeah. Yep.
For sure. Well, so I think it's about all the time we got today. A little bit longer, but I want to keep these a little bit more consistent and maybe condense them down. But this was a big topic, so.
Well, there was reason for this. Yeah, we had some stuff to talk about. If they had done a crappy direct, then we would have less to talk about.
Right, exactly. It shows the quality of the content we were talking about.
Right.
Cool. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm not going to bring this up. I'll say it's an ominous Waluigi until it
Is it still
streams.
playing right now?
Yes, it's playing right now.
Okay, we got to start then because it's going to come up. The first WA is going to come up.
All right, so let's do the Ahoy and Welcome. I'll say Ahoy Welcome to the first ever.
That was perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh.